Welcome to your kettlebell tutorial for Primal HIIT class number 5. When we get right into the demonstration, you're going to be doing a kettlebell complex for this class, and then we're going to break down each of the movements. So you have 5 movements total. The bell is going to need to be about 2 to 3 feet in front of you. You're going to drop into a sprawl, hands down, hips back, hips low, arms straight and strong, look forward, pop up. You're going to go into a swing, into a clean, squat, and then press in this goblet position. Then you're going to swing back, park it, and repeat. So let's break down those movements. The sprawl is pretty self-explanatory, but all you have to do is plant your hands, and you're going to shoot your hips back nice and low. The arms stay straight and strong. I do like to rotate my biceps outward on this. I'm looking forward when the balls of the feet soft bend in the knee, and then just pop back forward, keeping your head over your hands. Right, so you don't want your head to shift too much on that. Now, for the kettlebell swing, you're going from a dead position, so your hips are already going to be back. Your setup for this is going to be shoulders back, the bell will tilt. So it's kind of like hiking a football. You're going to hike through as if you're going to rip it behind you. Stand up. And I'm just going to do maybe like 10 swings so you can know the golden rules. Keep it above the kneecap. You do that by packing your shoulders down the back. Your hip pushes into your forearm, which sends the bell up. Shoulders stay packed, and you're going to stay tall for as long as you possibly can. So the key to this one on a kettlebell swing is to make sure that the bell stays above the knees, your hands very close to your crotch. When you hinge back, I'm going into a true hinge. So my hips are back. As I come forward, your knees will travel forward, your hips will travel forward, connecting into your forearm, and then you're going to launch it off the body. When it comes down, just stay taller longer, meaning I'm going to stay in this plank position for as long as I possibly can until you feel the bell in the fingers. You actually will see peripherally the bell disappear from your view. Then you hinge back. You don't want to hinge too early, and when you stand up, I'm just standing straight up. So legs tight, glutes tight, core tight. That's your first movement. The second movement is the clean. The clean, you can think of it as if you're zipping up a jacket. There's a wall on the side of you and in front of you. Hinge back, catch. So my clean, if you think of the analogy of zipping up a jacket, it just goes straight up. The faster you can contract your quads, the easier this is going to be. And again, I'm just standing straight up. So I hinge back, stand straight up. Rock back, stand straight up. Swing back, catch. Your hands do have to open. They go from the top of the handle to the sides of the handle. From here, we're going right into a squat. So the squat position, heels in, toes slightly out. I like to imagine as if I'm pulling myself down. If you're looking for a frame of reference, you can think of elbows touching the thigh, and then you're going to drive straight up. So again, think of pulling yourself down, and you can facilitate that or get the feeling of that by pushing your feet out. So I'm actually actively creating this lateral tension, and then I'm pulling myself down. My knees will track towards my pinkies, slightly towards the balls of the feet. Elbows can touch thigh. Now, when you stand up, you're going to push from the center of your foot. Your butt and your ribs are going to move at the same time. So it's one motion and contract. Glutes, legs, core. So when you put it all together, I'm creating lateral tension. Have a good grip on the bell. Shoulders packed, chest up, core tight. Pull yourself down. Elbows can touch. Push from the center of the foot. Butt, ribs, same time. The last movement is a press. So on this one, you're going to do it goblet style. So you're in this position, and you can imagine, it's analogy city over here, like you're putting up your luggage. Now on this one, I don't fully lock out, so I'm not actively trying to lock out. I'm keeping a soft bend in my elbow, and my shoulders will naturally roll out of the pocket, meaning your shoulder is a ball and socket joint, so if you're swimming, or if you're pressing upward, it'll naturally come up. That doesn't mean it loses stability. You can think of it being active, like you're trying to push your knuckles towards the ceiling. So my shoulders go from a packed position, this packed position, to a press, And it's more of a balance because by the time it gets over the head, I really do have to engage my core and draw it back into the body. So again, I press up, core tight, and then draw the bell back to the center of the chest. So putting it all together, you have your sprawl, hips low, arms straight. The swing, rib it back, keep it above the knee, stand straight up into an active plank. The clean, open hands to catch it, zip up the jacket. The squat, pull yourself down and then push from the center of the foot. And then the press, imagine like you're putting up some luggage, core is tight, I don't fully lock out my elbows, and I engage my core throughout that movement. So here's what it all looks like together. I'll try to jump out those, or shout out those cues as we go along. So hands down, hips back, pop up, rip it back, bell above the knee, stand tall, swing back, zip up the jacket. Stay here, drop, as if you're pulling yourself down, drive straight up, butt tight at the top, and then press. Draw it back into the body, swing back, park it back in front of you. So that's your kettlebell complex we're going to be doing for Primal HIIT number 5. The bodyweight breakdown is in a separate tutorial, but you put them together and that's the whole class. See you next time.